Tuesday. So today I wanted to talk about something that a lot of people ask me when I see them is I've been doing this kind of work, which is functional medicine, holistic medicine for years and years. And one of the questions that I see that people ask me all the time is when I meet with them, say, can you help me? Is there any hope for me to get better? And they ask that question typically because they are at the end of the road. They've tried everything. They've been to doctors, and nobody can really figure out what's going on with them. So there's a few reasons of this misconception or confusion, I would say, is the Western medical approaches don't ask don't ask this simple question of why people are having some issues. So they do all those different things, and they take images, MRIs, and X-rays, and they draw blood, but none of those tests give the root cause or causes of why people are dealing with some issues. For example, if you go to your doctor and you check your blood pressure, and they will tell you, oh, your blood pressure is high, so I'm going to give you a blood pressure medication, and that should be fine. Yes, most of the time you take a blood pressure medication, the blood pressure goes back to normal, so they're normal, and you're fine. And that's it. So the work is done, so there's nothing else. The problem with this approach is they don't ask why your blood pressure is high. Is it a food issue? Is it a diet issue? Is it a stress issue, a sleep issue? What's going on? So they don't really know. So they just make sure that your blood pressure is within the range, and that is it. Another example that I can give you is that I see regularly actually is thyroid medication, thyroid hormones. So I see a lot of women coming to the office, and they go to the doctor and they draw blood to make sure everything is fine when it comes to the thyroid, but they still deal with some thyroid hormones even though the numbers are in range. So they are missing something. So when you look at the blood, for example, that's the main tool that medical doctors use. Is when they look at the blood, they look at the status of the blood. They don't look at the status of your heart or your thyroid, your pancreas, your liver, and so on and so on. So they don't really have an idea of how your different organs and tissues are actually working. The fact of this is your body will do everything possible to maintain the quality of the blood. So for example, the pH. So if your pH of your blood goes a bit higher or lower, you actually could die. So your body will do everything to maintain your pH. And this is true for everything. So the body will make sure that your potassium is normal, your sugar is normal, your sodium, your different electrolytes, your vitamins. So your body maintain your blood at a certain level. So for example, if for some reason you don't have enough potassium coming in from your diet, so your body will actually draw potassium from your different tissues to bring it into your blood to make sure your blood potassium stays normal. So my point of that is, if you draw blood and your potassium level is normal, your sodium, everything looks good on the blood work, that just means that your blood is healthy. It doesn't mean that you don't lack potassium in your heart or your liver. So blood work is not specific for organs or tissues. So it misses a lot of information. On top of that, blood work does not look at toxin load. So it doesn't look at if you have mercury in your body, aluminum, arsenic, cadmium, pesticide, chlorine. I mean, we are exposed to thousands of toxins every day, and the blood work does not give you information about how toxic your body is. The average American has about 700 different toxins in the blood. So when you start looking into that, so blood work won't give you any information at all on this, which to me is a big piece missing of the big puzzle is you don't look at how toxic your body is. Because we know today that coming from a holistic functional medicine point of view, that toxins may actually be the main driver of health issues. So if you don't look at the actual cause of why people are battling with health problems, you will never find the answer of why and how to fix them. So this is what we need to do is when people come in is we don't necessarily do blood work, but we do different approaches like nutrition based testing and different other scans or test approach tools to figure out why you have problems. I will give you an example of one of my patients. She came to me, she was battling, she had been battling thyroid issues for 20 plus years. She was diagnosed with Hashimoto's, hypothyroidism. So in other words, her thyroid was not working well for about 20, 25 years. And she was put on thyroid medications like most doctors will do when your thyroid, your blood thyroid is off, put you on a medication. So everything was fine based on the blood work, but she was still having issues with her thyroid. She was still having hair loss, she was fatigued, she would gain weight, she would not sleep, she was anxious, and so on and so on. She has several symptoms of hypothyroidism, even though her thyroid looked good on the blood work. So they miss a lot of information actually. So when she came to me, she was at the end. She tried everything. She saw dozens of doctors and nobody could figure out why she had issues. Even though all the blood work, everything was fine. She saw specialists and different things and everything was perfect. So we did the assessment on our side and we figured out that actually her thyroid was toxic. There was some toxins like chlorine, fluoride, Roundup stuck in the thyroid. So the thyroid, and that's why she had hypothyroidism, is those toxins shut down the thyroid. And that's why she had to take medications in order to get the blood work back to normal. So in that case, in her case, so we had to detox her thyroid. So we had to find a way to eliminate these different toxins so her thyroid does not start working again. So, and that's exactly what happened with her is after 6, 7 months on the program, so we detox and we clean the diet and we gave her some good nutrition and her thyroid started working again. And over time, she actually weaned herself off the medications. And her doctor couldn't figure out what happened there. Because typically, doctors would say, if you take a thyroid medication, you're in it for life. That's it. There's nothing else you can do, which is true from their point of view. But from a holistic point of view, there's always a way to get an organ started working again. And this is what we do with her, is we detox, add the diet, good diet, good vitamins, good nutrition, and her thyroid started working again and she didn't need her medications. So when she saw her doctor, everything was back to normal without the medications. So that's something she didn't say at first. She just went there, got some blood work done, and then she told the doctor that I haven't been on my medication for months and everything is perfect. I feel amazing. So I haven't felt actually that amazing in a long time. So that's what happened with nutrition is when people come in, they come in with all different type of health issues. If you have people with autism coming in, with cancer, with Parkinson, with Hashimoto's, other autoimmune conditions like lupus, for example, if you have people with gut issues, IBS, Crohn's disease. So we have all kind of people coming in. And there's one thing in common is there's always hope to be helped with a good nutritional program. So we need to address the root cause. And this is exactly what we do here is we pinpoint, identify the cause or causes, and then we reverse, we get rid of this problem and we get rid of the health issues. So this is what happens when we provide nutrition. So we believe that the body heals itself. And this is exactly what we see every day. As we provide good nutrition. So do not give up. If you have any health issues and you've been struggling for months or maybe years, or I've seen people for decades, and you take all kinds of medications, do not give up. There's always a way to help your body to get better with a good functional medicine doctor and a good nutrition. I hope it makes sense. If you have any questions, any concerns, if you want to know if you can get help, let me know. You can write a comment below. Otherwise, I will wish you a good Tuesday. Thank you.